Welcome to Campfire Stories for Kids, an original podcast made by kids for kids.
Get ready for some thrills, chills, and maybe even a few laughs.
We'll be rating our stories on our very own Flaming Marshmallow Scale. A level 1 through 3 probably won't be that scary.
Levels 4 through 7 will be creepy.
And a level 8 through 10 will definitely be scary.
So sit back and relax.
And join us around the campfire.
So, we got the marshmallows, chocolate, and the graham crackers. Now all we need are the kids.
I know this is my first year here, but these kids are...
Interesting? I know. But they're a great group. The only one we really gotta watch out for is Christian.
Why?
You see that scar on the side of my face?
Yeah?
A 3rd-degree burns from a flaming marshmallow.
Oh, jeez.
Sweet, we're roasting marshmallows?
No fire for you, Christian. Let's not forget what happened last year.
You're still mad because I hit you in the face with the flaming marshmallow? That was last summer.
I'm not mad, I'm just more cautious. Besides, we have some s'mores that are prepackaged just for you.
Fine.
I hate to break this up, but I'm super excited because this is my first Campfire Stories. So does anybody have one?
I have a story. It's about the disgusting slimy curd they serve in the cafeteria.
I know, it's so gross.
That's not a real story. Who's got a real good one?
I've got a story, but it has nothing to do with ghosts or goblins. My story is about what happens when something that's not from this planet gets left behind, and what one family has to do to survive the night. I call my story What Lies Behind the Red Doors. Cheyenne was 12 years old and had never stepped foot outside of her hometown, let alone the state of Michigan. Now she was spending the summer with her obnoxious little brother Dylan in the middle of the New Mexican desert. Her uncle Rolf lived on a sheep ranch just outside of Roswell, a city that laid claim to a mysterious UFO crash back in 1947. At least, that's what they say. As far as Cheyenne was concerned, it was just an excuse for her parents to get her and Dylan out of the house for the summer.
Well, here we are, ladies and gents. It ain't much, but it is home.
It's like the house that time forgot.
What was that, sweetheart?
Oh, I was just saying how it has a rustic charm.
Sweet! I bet there's all sorts of hidden stuff out here. Hey, Uncle Rolf, have you ever found any bones or arrowheads?
Oh, yeah. Found a full-size dinosaur skeleton out there.
Really?
No.
The truck pulled up to the old ranch house. There was a pen full of sheep and a large red barn, nearly falling apart. Uncle Rolf used it as a workshop. The kids grabbed their things and headed inside. The house was very old-fashioned and simply decorated. One detail stuck out like a sore thumb to both Dylan and Cheyenne.
Where's your TV?
Don't have one.
Please tell me you have Wi-Fi.
Don't need it when the library in town's got it for free.
Well, what do you have?
I got a telephone attached to the wall in the kitchen and plenty of peace and quiet.
Cheyenne flopped down on the couch and screamed into a pillow.
Now listen, I realize this isn't something that you guys are used to. I get it. But trust me, you can go for a while without your electronics. I'm sure that you'll find more than enough to do around here to keep yourselves entertained. Besides, maybe I'll take you into town tomorrow and you can check out the UFO museum. And when it gets dark, I've got some fireworks that we can set off.
Dylan's ears perked up.
Oh, my dad said something about that. Have you ever seen an alien?
Well, sometimes, during thunderstorms, you might see some lights zipping through the sky.
Cool.
How about this? You two go upstairs, get yourselves settled in. Then I'll tell you guys more about the town's history over dinner.
The kids went to their room, unpacked their bags, then came downstairs. Uncle Rolf brought in 3 bowls of hearty stew.
Well?
Well, what?
The UFOs. You said you'd tell us what happened.
Oh, that. Okay, well, back in 1947, supposedly, a UFO crashed just outside of the city. Some men from the Air Force Base came out to investigate and said that it didn't belong to them. In fact, they said it didn't even look like it was from this world. Long story short, they picked up the pieces, flew them to some secret location, allegedly.
So, what do you think?
Yeah, what do you think?
Oh, I don't know. Sometimes you see lights in the sky, especially during thunderstorms like the one that's brewing out there tonight. To be honest with you, the whole state's filled with unexplained things. Stories about skinwalkers, ancient drawings in the deserts. So who knows?
Just then, a flash of lightning lit up the sky, followed by a bang so loud it rattled the windows. Dylan rushed to the window. In a distance, something was burning in the hills.
Quick, look! I think something crashed out there.
It's probably just some brush that caught fire when the lightning struck.
Yeah, or aliens.
If they're looking for intelligent life, I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Yeah, well, if they're looking for the ugliest creature on Earth, you'll be the first one they take.
Ugh! Takes one to know, troll.
All right, you two. That's enough. It's just a brush fire, nothing else. Now, I got a lot of work to do in the morning, and I could use some help.
I thought we were going to the museum tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, we are, after we get the chores done. You know what they say, there is no fun till the work is done.
The 2 kids made their way up to the guest room and got ready for bed. Cheyenne crawled into the bed and looked over at Dylan, who was standing near the bedroom window.
There's no need to look for an escape. We're stuck here all summer.
That's not what I'm doing. There's something out there. I saw it run into the barn.
It's probably a raccoon or a possum. Old barns are full of those.
That's not what I saw. It's much bigger than a raccoon or a possum.
Dylan rushed over and grabbed a flashlight sitting on the dresser in the bedroom. He threw on his shoes, not even bothering to tie them, and headed out.
Dylan, what the heck are you doing? Get back here right now!
It's up to you, sis. You can stay in bed and have no adventures this summer, or you can come with me and possibly become famous for discovering an alien.
Dylan didn't even give Cheyenne a chance to answer. He was out the door and down the stairs. Cheyenne hopped off the bed, grabbed her shoes, and rushed to catch up. When she caught up, Dylan was standing outside the old barn, his flashlight shining down on the glistening puddles of green liquid.
It's gotta be alien blood. Do you think it's hurt?
You don't know that. It could be something that leaked from Uncle Rolf's truck.
Please tell me you heard that too, and don't tell me it was some dumb raccoon.
I don't know what it was.
Check it out.
Me? Oh no. This was your genius idea. You're the one who wanted to play alien detective. If anyone goes first, it should be you.
Cheyenne gave Dylan an encouraging shove towards the barn. Dylan pulled them open, and the 2 stepped inside. The flashlight beamed only illuminated a small portion of the barn, but it wasn't hard to see the smears of green alien ooze leading to the ladder that went up the hayloft.
Ladies first.
You're such a scaredy cat. Fine, but you're gonna owe me.
Cheyenne started up the ladder 1 rung at a time. When she reached the top, she poked her head through the opening, shining her light into the hayloft. The beam cast an eerie shadow on the walls, finally landing on a pale figure sitting in the corner. Cheyenne's breath caught in her throat.
Well, do you see anything?
Shh! Cheyenne whipped around, eyes blazing, shooting Dylan an irritated glance.
I said be quiet.
When she turned back, the creature was right there. Face to face, a twisted, glistening form inches from hers. The flashlight fell from her hand. Cheyenne lost her grip on the ladder and fell backwards on top of Dylan. The 2 scrambled to their feet just as the hideous creature sprung from its hiding spot, landing just feet away. Dylan and Cheyenne stared in total shock.
Run!
Hearing the noise from outside, Uncle Ross came out of the house holding a bat.
There's something in the barn!
Come on, get in the house.
He hurried the kids into the house and locked the door. From the living room window, they could see the creature sprinting from the barn to the house. They could hear its claws scratching up the side of the building and the sound of glass shattering and crashing to the ground. It was in the house.
You two stay right here.
The two kids stood trembling in the living room. Their uncle started up the stairs, one careful footstep at a time. The wood groaned beneath his boots. He made it to the 5th step. That's when it happened. A sudden snarl, wet and guttural, and impossibly close. Before anyone could react, a blur of shadows burst from the stairway. The creature lunged. Uncle Rolf was knocked clean off the steps, his body twisting mid-air before crashing to the floor with a sickening thud.
Oh my god!
Cheyenne's heart pounded in her throat. She tried to move, tried to pull Dylan behind the couch, but her feet wouldn't obey. The creature crept down the steps with slick, insect-like grace, limbs bending in wrong directions, pale flesh glinting in the light. It bared down on Uncle Ralph, its jaws unhinging with soft, clicking sound. The screams distracted the creature from its target. Just then, Cheyenne spotted a bag of fireworks. She raced over and grabbed a Roman candle. Realizing what she was doing, Uncle Rolf reached into his pocket and pulled out a lighter.
Cheyenne!
He tossed the lighter to her. It bounced on the ground and slid across the floor. The creature realized what was going on and turned its attention away from Uncle Ralph and set its sights on Cheyenne. She scrambled for the lighter, grabbing it in one quick motion. She flipped the wheel, desperately trying to get it lit. The creature was almost to her when the lighter finally sparked. She lit the Roman candle and fired 3 bright fireballs right into the alien's face. Uncle Rolf got to his feet with one tremendous swing and knocked the terrifying beast out cold.
Dylan, go out to my truck. Get the tarp that's in the truck bed and bring it into the house.
Okay.
Dylan ran out to the truck, grabbed the tarp, and brought it in.
I got the tarp.
They wrapped the alien creature and dragged it to the barn.
What are we doing? Why are we taking it to the barn?
Uncle Roth didn't say a word. They dragged the tarp with the alien carefully wrapped inside to a section of the barn where the floor was covered with food sacks. Uncle Rolf slid the sacks out of the way, revealing a hidden door with a lock. He pulled the keys from his pocket, unlocked the door, and yanked it open. He and Dylan grabbed either end of the tarp and gave it a good shove, sending the alien body tumbling down into the dark hole. Dylan and Cheyenne shined their flashlights into the opening. They both took a step back in horror. Several glistening eyes stared back at them.
Uncle Rolf, what's going on?
How many of them are there?
Too many. This ain't my first rodeo. These things are like cockroaches. Welcome to Roswell, kids.
This was definitely not going to be a summer Cheyenne and Dylan would forget. Aliens aren't real, are they?
I don't know. With all the billions of stars and planets out there, who's to say that we're the only life in this big universe?
Hey, where's Coach Mark?
Ah! Jeez! I feel like my soul just left my body. Why would you do that?
Well, campers, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and don't worry, we'll be back next week with another chilling tale. If you liked what you heard, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you'll get all the new episodes the moment they hit. We also want to thank our cast and crew of Campfire Kid players. Also, thank you to our partner, City of Port Orange, for helping and supporting our podcast. Until next week, we'll see you around the campfire.